This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome to the pregame show, getting you ready for everything that's about to go down in week number 7 of the high school football season. Starting things off right over here at Hendrickstadt Stadium, where the Wildcats will be taking on Tullahoma in their third Thursday night game in the last 4 weeks.
Lawrence County got back in the win column in Week 6 with a convincing region win over Spring Hill last Thursday.
Very excited about that. We're worried about the weather. Of course, it did rain a little bit, but I think it was a lot better on Thursday than it was on Friday for those teams that try to play on Friday. So very fortunate to come out with a win and played well in several facets of the game. So hopefully build on that for this week for Tullahoma.
The Wildcats came into the game a bit banged up, but several guys filled in the voids in the victory.
Had a lot of guys step in that hadn't played as much defense, but Gavin Schultz came in, played both sides of the ball, moved him from center to H-back, and then he played defensive end the entire game, and he had a phenomenal game just as a sophomore. Andrew Tupper had a really good game at linebacker, and a lot of other guys on defense played really well.
Up next is another big region game against Tullahoma in a battle for a postseason spot.
It's huge. We said we will count this last half of the season as starting a new season. We're 1-0. We know we got to go either 4-1 or 5-0 to make the playoffs. So we're looking at this as a must-win game on this coming Thursday.
The other Wildcats will bring in a talented squad, one that will test the defense in many ways.
They have a big O-line and they have a good quarterback, and the running back's real good, so we're going to have to tackle. But I think we got them if we could stop them up front.
The key for Lawrence County on Thursday night is to play a complete game, which includes all 4 quarters.
I think it's going to take us playing real good in the second half. I think we come out strong first half every game, but second half we kind of trickle down, and I just think that if we stay together all game, we'll be fine.
Now to the southern part of the county, where Loretto will be back into action, this time on the road in week number 7 as they take on the top team within their region in East Hickman.
Loretto made it back-to-back region wins in Week 6 as they knocked off Hickman County in the rain.
That feels good. We got back in a groove right at Lewis and just trying to stay hitting it hard every week.
The Mustangs have found an identity on the ground on offense as every part of their game is clicking.
We've had our linemen, after the first couple weeks, decided to take it upon themselves to really improve at their craft, and they have. Doesn't mean we've played perfect, but we played with better effort, which makes up for a lot of other things. And yeah, we've had some guys step up in the backfield and do really, really good things. I mean, I think we've given it to 3 or 4 different guys, and everyone that steps in is running the ball hard and looking to score.
Up next for Loretto is a trip to the top team in the region in East Hickman.
Football, unlike other sports, if you lose, you have to wait a week to get that bad out of your system. So we wouldn't want to go 2 weeks and have to deal with that. So yeah, it's important, and it's important because it puts us one step closer to the playoffs, and it allows us to kind of with some people losing and getting a little help here and there, it allows us to still have an opportunity possibly to host a playoff game, which is one of our goals. And so there's a lot of riding on this game from that standpoint.
A win in Week 7 is huge for the Mustangs, especially with the bye week coming up.
They're mostly a run-heavy team, but we've got guys for their guys, and we know who they've got and what they can do, and we know their plays. We're watching film and just getting out here every day, just going to hit it hard.
The goal for the Mustangs is to win the battle up front and set the tone for the rest of the game.
We're going to have to be physical, and we're going to have to be disciplined. It's a long bus ride up there, handle the bus ride, as I always say, but at the same time, we're going to have to read our key on defense. We're going to have to get to their running back, who's a really good player, and try to get arms on him and get him on the ground, and be very, very disciplined in everything we do, limit our penalties, and take care of the ball. But both sides of the ball got to play with great physical ability and great discipline.
Now to the northern part of the county, where Summertown will be back in their friendly confines, trying to snap a 2-game losing skid as they host Waverly Central.
Summertown suffered its second straight loss this past Saturday on a rain-soaked field at Harpeth.
We got to remember that, just because we lost doesn't mean that we have to give up. We got to keep pushing hard, and we got to come back strong. We did lose 2 games in a row. We lost to Mount Pleasant and then Harpeth, but, we got to come back even stronger against Waverly.
The Eagles now have to move on from the disappointment and get ready for the next contest.
You hope they hurt. You know, you hope after a game like that there's some hurt in that locker room, and I think there was. We don't want to just blow it off like it didn't happen, because it did. But at the same time, you got to flush it and you got to move on. And I think our guys have found that happy medium between, you know, ignoring it and learning from it and moving on. So hopefully we're in a good place.
The Blue and White will be back at home on Friday as Waverly comes to town.
You know, Waverly doesn't have a good record. I mean, they haven't won yet, but they're playing people tough. If you look at films, we just watched a little bit of Saturday's game where they played East Hickman, and I think they gave East Hickman the ball 4 times on their side of 50. So, you know, it made short fields and made it a little quicker work. But good-looking kids, good-looking team, and this league, man, it's a tough league. I keep saying that every week, but everybody we play is very competitive.
This region is tough from top to bottom, and Waverly is no exception.
This region is really good, but, you know, all these teams, they're all good teams, whether the record's bad or good, but, you know, we can't take them like they're a bad team, because they are a good team, and we have to know that.
The goal for the Eagles is to play a complete game and take advantage of what's given to them.
Take advantage of our opportunities. You know, we went back through the film and we found plays that I feel like in different circumstances, and this is not to make an excuse. We said this the other day. Harpeth played in the same conditions and they made the plays we didn't. But we had some opportunities to make some plays. Whether or not it's a wet field or dry field, we want to take advantage of those. So, you know, I think that our guys have got the message. You know, next time we get a play that we got to take advantage of, let's make that opportunity count.
Coming up next, we check in with the other teams within our area with Mount Pleasant, Wayne County, and a big matchup between Collinwood and Richland.
Do you have a small farm, a big farm, or just critters in the backyard to feed? If you answered yes to any of those questions, then you need to make the short drive down to A&B Feeds in Etheridge, Tennessee today. Owner and operator Jamie Ayers has you covered and will treat you right. That's A&B Feeds in Etheridge, Tennessee.
Arctic Air keeps your home or business comfortable. For more than 20 years, we provided outstanding residential and commercial services through southern Middle Tennessee. Whether you need assistance with your heat, air conditioning, preventive maintenance, or anything in between, trust our reliable team to get the job done. We'll take the time to figure out your specific needs and recommend what we believe is right and best for your situation.
We've been using Arctic Air for over 15 years now. Their service is great, they're here when we need them, and their prices are competitive. They take the worry out of the heat and air so I don't have to.
Arctic Air. When you need us, we'll be there.
Financial advisor Scott Beasley knows time spent with family is everything. As a founder of Beasley Wealth Management, his mission is to give clients the freedom to enjoy time with family without the burden of financial concerns. A local of Lawrenceburg, Scott deeply values building relationships with clients, ensuring they make informed decisions concerning asset management, tax planning, and retirement planning. Offering a free initial consultation, Beasley Wealth Management helps clients pursue their aspirations with confidence.
This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back to the pregame show. Now over to Maury County, where Mount Pleasant will step out of region play in week number 7 as the Tigers will hit the road to take on DCA.
Mount Pleasant drops its first game of 2024 on a slick surface against Lewis County.
It was a hard-fought game by both teams, and it's just one of those battles of two good teams, and somebody had to lose. You know, we had our opportunities. You know, we could have coached a little bit better, put us in better position to win the game, but at the end of the day, we came up short. We learned a lot. We definitely got better, you know, with our penalties. We had a lot less penalties. We outgained them. But at the end of the day, it's just a sloppy night, and you know, there's a lot of things we can take away from it moving forward.
Turnovers were a problem for the Tigers, something they look to clean up this week.
Obviously, we need to put more effort in offensively, do our right assignment, practice the right assignment. We just need to have a better week this week.
Mount Pleasant will be aiming to get back to its identity of playing tough, hard-nosed football.
We want to, play tough football, and that's kind of what we have to do this year. We're not making, a lot of big plays, like we have done in the past, but, it's been working. We've won all the other games the same way, and, we was hoping to do that again, and we just didn't get it done.
Up next for the Tigers will be a trip to DCA to take on its roster loaded with talent.
Obviously, they got a 4-star and their quarterback's good. It's just going to be a tough game, but we're going to have to prepare for them, have a better week than last week, and just get ready for them.
Mount Pleasant will look to get back to the basics on Saturday and bring home win number 6.
It's kind of the same for us. Defensively, we got to control the line of scrimmage. Maybe create some turnovers and keep them out of the end zone. We know they're going to get some big plays with their prospects at tight end and quarterback and other players. Offensively, we got to finish drives now. We move the ball better than we have. So when we get in the red zone, we got to put it in the end zone.
Now heading over to Class Single A, where Wayne County will be back in action in region play, trying to pick up their 4th win in a row, this time taking on Huntland.
Wayne County is riding high after its 3rd win in a row and 2nd within the region as they got one on the road at Eagleville last Friday.
Like I said last week, going to Eagleville, it's always a tough place to play. So I was real proud of the kids going over there and, first of all, handling the conditions over there that we had to play in, but going over to their place and picking up a big win for us.
The Wildcats are starting to meet their preseason expectations and finding their groove.
Right now, I think we got to where we thought we were going to be at the start of the year. Obviously, like I said, it took some time, but I think we're where we want to be right now.
A change on offense has sparked the scoring, putting the right guys in the right places.
I think it's helped a lot. Of course, we got Case at quarterback, which he's a young kid, but he plays hard. He doesn't play like a sophomore. That tells you anything. And Drew, he can be such a load coming downhill. It's good to get him ahead of steam before we give him the ball.
Up next from Wayne County is a visit from Huntland on homecoming, a team that won't be easy to put away.
It's not. Huntland's going to come in. They beat us over there at their place last year. So, we're trying to harp that to our kids this week. About, we can't overlook this bunch. They're going to come in. They're going to be ready to go and get after it. They've played some tough teams down the stretch. You can throw records out the window. So they're going to come in and try to get after us Friday. So we got to do a good job taking care of everything with homecoming being this week and all the stuff that goes into that. Be focused, ready to go Friday.
To bring home their 4th in a row, the Wildcats will need to continue what they're doing and play their brand of football.
We're going to have to do what we've been doing the last few weeks. We got to control the football, capitalize on the drives that we're getting, sustain the drives that we're having, not turn the football over. We did a good job this past Friday in those conditions, not turning the football over. So we got to win the turnover battle again, get them off the field on defense, and be able to capitalize on our drives.
Now over to Giles County, where Richland will be back in action in week number 7, taking on a very familiar foe in a key region showdown as they'll take on Collinwood.
Richland is red hot after their 5th straight win, this one at home over Huntland.
We're pumped, man. Taking one game at a time, not get too ahead of ourselves, but playing great football as a team, and senior leadership's going good, coaches on the same page, everybody's rolling. We're happy to be here.
The Raider offense continues to stay strong, getting contributions from all areas.
We feel like that's what suits us best, and we're going to continue to try to stay as balanced as possible, really buying into the team concept, not worrying about who gets what stat that week necessarily. We feel like we're going to play enough football, hopefully, that everybody's going to get a chance and an opportunity, and they got to make plays when they're there to be made, and so far we've done that, so it's been exciting times.
Collinwood got an unexpected week off in week 6 as their game against Clarksville Academy was canceled.
It's a disappointment because you get a chance to, work on things and long trip. Didn't miss that part of it, but it sets you in a little bit of a bind because when you get down to the playoffs, you never know when those games can come into effect. So it wasn't what we wanted, but it wasn't really our call, and so we just had to live with it and adapt and improvise and move on.
The Trojans used the week to get healthy and to get ready for the rest of their region schedule.
We're putting a lot less stress on our bodies, and we're more rejuvenated for next week, and I think that might be an advantage for this week.
Each side knows they have a tough test ahead of them, and nothing is going to be easy on Friday night.
Just staying consistent, staying true to who we are, not trying to outdo ourselves or, get fancy or anything, just line up and play football.
It always comes down to turnovers. You can't get over that. If you turn the ball over, people's going to score when you turn the ball over. You're not going to score. You get extra opportunities. So it always comes to that, just about in every situation at every level. So we gotta not make mistakes ourselves and get ourselves in trouble. And hopefully we can be in the game and have a shot at the end.
Coming up next, we head on over to college football to check in with UNA as they get ready for another UAC showdown.
A local law firm respected throughout the state. Generations of clients have turned to Boston, Holt, and Durham since 1948. We assist individuals and businesses with their legal needs, including real estate, property closings, personal injury, employment discrimination, and family law. Our clients get the personal attention and convenience of a hometown law firm with the resources and ability to handle any case. Come see us at Boston, Holt, and Durham.
Since opening our doors in 1904, Builtwell Bank has existed to be the local economic engine for the communities we serve. No matter if you're buying a car, saving for retirement, or finally buying that forever home, Builtwell Bank is here to help. From personal checking and savings accounts to a full suite of business and commercial banking with treasury management services, we'll make sure you'll have a dedicated Builtwell banker that understands your unique needs and stands by you every step of the way. No matter where you are in Tennessee or Northwest Georgia, there's likely a Builtwell Bank location nearby. Come see us and let our dedicated financial team help you with all of your banking needs. Member FDIC.
At C&B Linen, fast, friendly, and reliable service is our promise to you. Because you're not just a customer, you're family. From multi-use linen to branded floor coverings and a complete range of cleaning supplies, C&B Linen is here to make sure you have everything you need. From our high-quality products to our fast, friendly, and reliable service, you'll experience the difference with C&B Linen. Because you're not just a client, you're part of our family. You'll be winning with C&B Linen.
Got a dent, a ding, a scratch, or a bent fender? Major or minor, Car Country Collision Center in Leoma can fix you up. Car Country works with all insurance carriers, gives free estimates, can work on foreign and domestic vehicles, and has experience you can trust. They've been in business since 1990. Unfortunately, accidents happen, but you can get your car back on the road with as little hassle as possible with the help of Car Country. Call 931-852-4708 or stop by at 2567 Highway 43 South in Leoma.
This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back to the pregame show. Now over to college football, where UNA will be back at Brawley Stadium in another UAC game this week. They'll be taking on Utah Tech, so Lions will be looking to make it 2 in a row. Here's what head coach Brent Dearmon had to say.
Coach, talk to us about how it felt to get in the W column with the big win against West Georgia last week.
Oh man, it's amazing. You stress too much when you're losing. You stay at the office later. You try to do things even more. Probably get out of your element a little bit, trying to search and find things, and then to be able to get a win and get rewarded. I felt amazing for our players more than anything. To see the joy in their faces after getting a win, kind of the relief of knowing that all the work that you've put in is finally getting rewarded. So I was more happy for our players than anything else for all the work that they've been doing.
Time of possession has been the big story of the last 2 weeks. 43 minutes to 16 minutes last week against West Georgia. 87 plays to 39 plays. Talk about the shift in philosophy from the tempo to kind of ball hog offense.
Yeah, the pride in me, the offensive guy in me, we want to be a fast tempo, hurry up, snap it and go and have explosive plays, but that's not what we've been good at. And so we went back to the drawing board and we said we're going to do whatever it takes to win. We've been putting our defense in bad spots. They've been getting short fields because of the turnovers. So the last 2 weeks we've been more of a ball control offense. We're still taking our shots downfield, but we understand that we've got a really good defense. We're good on offense as well, but we're good when we don't turn the ball over. So holding on to the ball, being smart, rushing the football, wearing people down, letting our defense be fresh when they come out on the field has been a good formula for us the last 2 weeks, and we'll see whatever it takes to win this game this week.
The UAC announced Scott Payne as the Special Teams Player of the Week, 3 for 4 in his field goal attempts. Leads the league in field goals made. He's a newcomer this year. Just how reliable of an option has he been?
He's been huge for us. You know, Scott's a guy that was at Middle Tennessee when I was there. Nobody would have known it, but he was our backup kicker on field goals, but was a kickoff guy. So nobody else in the country knew that he could probably kick field goals because it wasn't on tape. So I had a little inside information there and was able to bring him here, and he's really pushed us. He's helped Sam as well, where Sam can just focus on kickoffs. And last week, Sam had multiple touchbacks. Sam was able to get a part in the punting game as well with some rugby punts. So Coach Roth has some weapons there that he can at his disposal where Adam Watford can boom them. Scott Payne's been really good, kicked a couple sky kicks for us on some kickoffs, but our whole kicking game has been a bright spot for us.
This weekend's also the reunion for the 1994 National Championship team, Coach, and you've done a lot to honor those guys, from the 44 number on defense to having them come back and speak to the team. You know, what's it like having that group back?
You know, I think the stars on the helmet too. I'm looking at guys like Kobe Warden's helmet or Jackson Bratton's helmet as the year goes on to see the stars starting to grow on both of those guys' helmets, and to teach our team what that meant. The purple swarm and how we honor them with those type things. To have those guys come back and tell me so much to us, and they laid the groundwork for this place. They set the bar for this place, and we're trying every day to get back to that standard that they set around here. That group, the 93, 94, 95 years as a whole, is really what we strive to be every single day.
Utah Tech, the opponent this weekend. What kind of game are you expecting?
It'll be a tough game. You know, they came here last year. They've got to make the trip again because of the way the conference flipped out. They were throwing a 2-point conversion to try to beat us as time expired last year. So we know that we're going to have a tough game here at home again. We're hoping that the difference is going to be our fan base. We're hoping that the humidity, the time change, everything that goes along with their long travel will be a benefit for us to play a really good football team. They're 0-5. They're sitting in the same boat we were sitting in last week. They're 0-1 in conference play. Everybody on their schedule is a ranked team. So it's not like they're losing to bad football teams. They're losing close games to really good football teams. And we know they're going to come in here scratching and clawing to get their first win. So we've got to take care of business. We've got to do what we do best, put our players in positions to do the things that they do well.
That does it for the pregame show. Kickoff for your game will be in just a few minutes, and don't forget to check out all the highlights going down tonight on The Final Score.
This is the X Sports Network.